Coronation Street viewers have voiced a new concern about Lisa Connor-Swain after a seemingly minor moment in the latest episode left many wondering whether it was an important clue. Just when it looked like Lisa and Carla Connor-Swain were finally heading toward a happy future after their landmark wedding, fresh trouble is about to shake the family once again. It has now been revealed that next week's episodes will see Lisa and Carla terrified after their daughter Betsy is discovered unconscious on the kitchen floor at number 6 Coronation Street before being rushed to hospital in a desperate fight for her life. A preview released earlier this week on Coronation Street's YouTube channel showed an ambulance leaving number 6 while a distressed Carla raced to the hospital, where Lisa was already sitting beside Betsy's bed. The big mystery remains what caused Betsy's collapse and why Dylan becomes the focus of growing suspicion as her condition takes a frightening turn. The ITV soap has teased that the truth will soon come to light as Lisa desperately searches for answers, accusations begin to spread, and Betsy is forced to face a diagnosis that will change her future forever. Although fans must wait until next week to learn the full story, many were already discussing Lisa's scenes during Friday's visit to Weatherfield. At the police station, DC Kit Green learned he had been removed from Theo Silverton's murder investigation after Lisa explained that senior officers had reassigned resources to a major drugs operation. Kit questioned how Lisa would manage the workload alone, but she revealed that another detective, DC McLaughlin, had been assigned to work alongside her instead. Frustrated by the decision, Kit accepted a different case after Lisa jokingly told him he would be surprised by what someone could achieve with a tow rope and enough determination. However, one brief moment quickly caught viewers' attention when Kit noticed Lisa taking painkillers and quietly asked whether she was feeling all right. Although the scene appeared unimportant at first, many fans are now convinced it could be hinting at a much bigger storyline. Several viewers wondered whether Lisa's use of painkillers was included for a reason, with some speculating that the soap could be setting up an over-the-counter medication dependency storyline or foreshadowing future health problems. Others suggested the tablets were probably just for a simple headache, but admitted the moment felt unusual enough to spark suspicion, especially with Lisa continuing to deal with intense emotional pressure. Some fans also theorized that, rather than painkiller addiction, the program could explore Lisa's unhealthy coping mechanisms, including her struggles with alcohol, as the family's latest crisis unfolds. Coronation Street viewers were left stunned when Sarah Platt was revealed as Theo Silverton's killer, turning what should have been one of the happiest moments of her life into a heartbreaking confession. Before the truth came out, the mystery had plenty of possible suspects. Todd Grimshaw, Theo's abused partner, Summer Spellman, Danielle Silverton, George Shuttleworth, Christina Boyd, and Gary Windus all appeared to have believable motives for wanting Theo gone. In reality, the list could have been even longer because Theo had made so many enemies across Weatherfield that almost anyone could have wanted revenge. As the investigation continued, it became increasingly obvious that Sarah and Gary were keeping a dangerous secret, causing growing suspicion from Maria Connor and Detective Kit Green. Everything finally came to a head during a dramatic dinner party when Maria accused Sarah and Gary of having an affair. Instead, the truth proved far more shocking as it was revealed that Sarah had killed Theo and later turned to Gary for help covering up what had happened. Unable to cope with the crushing weight of her guilt, Sarah eventually confessed everything to Todd, destroying their friendship in the process. Next week, Sarah reaches another emotional breaking point when Kit proposes to her, leaving her with no choice but to reveal the devastating truth to the man she loves. Actress Tina O'Brien explained that Sarah feels completely overwhelmed by guilt during the proposal, describing herself as the worst person imaginable at a moment that should have been filled with happiness. Instead of enjoying the proposal, Sarah believes that admitting the truth will instantly destroy the perfect relationship Kit thinks they have built together. Tina said Sarah genuinely loves Kit and wants a future with him, despite some fans believing she belongs with Gary instead. She explained that Sarah cannot imagine marrying Kit while hiding such a life-changing secret, and the emotional pressure eventually becomes impossible to carry any longer. According to Tina, Sarah's greatest fear is that Kit will feel completely betrayed when he discovers that Gary already knew the truth while he was kept in the dark. She also believes Sarah worries Kit may think she only stayed in the relationship to protect herself from prison rather than because she truly loves him. Tina admitted that such a betrayal would create enormous trust issues between them, making it difficult to know whether their relationship could ever recover. The actress acknowledged that fans remain divided over whether Sarah should choose Kit or Gary. Looking back, Tina said she would once have considered Kit the obvious partner for Sarah, but everything that has happened with Gary has made the situation much more complicated. Although Sarah and Gary never crossed the line romantically, Tina believes they still share a deep emotional connection after everything they have experienced together. She also reflected on viewers' reactions to the murder twist, revealing that many fans have approached her in public to say they were genuinely shocked by the reveal. Tina admitted she expected audiences to work out Sarah was responsible much sooner, but she was delighted that so many people were surprised and especially enjoyed the dramatic dinner party that finally exposed the truth. Coronation Street will see Mary Taylor take a firm stand against Christina Boyd after learning the truth about her shocking deception. This week's episodes feature Christina finally admitting that she has a serious shopping addiction and secretly opened credit card accounts using the identities of people close to her, including Mary, Glenda, and her former husband, Lenny. While George responds with compassion after Christina explains that her behavior is driven by addiction rather than cruelty, he believes she deserves support instead of judgment. Determined to change, Christina attends a support group, and George decides he is willing to forgive her and help her move forward. Mary, however, finds the betrayal impossible to overlook and makes it clear that rebuilding their friendship will take a very long time. According to those close to the storyline, Mary has never handled betrayal well, even recalling the time her son Jude lied about being a marine biologist. Although Mary is often seen as kind-hearted and eccentric, she is also known for holding a grudge when someone breaks her trust. The fallout continues next week when George and Christina return home to number 11 and discover Mary holding an unexpected flash sale. Christina is horrified as Mary starts selling items from the house, insisting they rightfully belong to her because they were purchased using Mary's credit card. Mary refuses to back down, believing she has every right to recover some of what was taken from her. Sources suggest Christina never intended to hurt the people closest to her and has been trying to repay the money herself, but Mary's anger leaves little room for forgiveness. The tension doesn't end there, as Mary continues taking sharp digs at Christina the following day over everything that has happened. Meanwhile, it becomes clear that Christina is still struggling with her compulsive spending when she secretly checks a message on her phone confirming another parcel is on its way. The latest development raises fresh questions over whether George will discover that Christina has failed to break her spending habit. Actress Amy Robbins recently explained that Christina's generosity often contributed to her financial problems because she was always the one paying for everyone else. She also admitted that if a close friend opened a credit card in her name, forgiveness would be incredibly difficult unless they showed genuine remorse and accepted they needed help. Amy believes the storyline highlights that compulsive spending is a real addiction, much like gambling or alcohol dependency, and shows how quickly anyone can fall into serious debt.